Why do humans cry real tears? Not just watery eyes, not just sadness, not just a dramatic reaction when life becomes too much. Tears are one of the strangest signals the human body can produce. A tiny drop of liquid can change an entire room. It can make someone stop talking. It can turn anger into concern. It can reveal pain before the person has the words to explain it. And the strangest part is that humans do not cry only when they are sad. People cry at funerals, but they also cry at weddings. They cry when someone leaves, and they cry when someone comes home. They cry from pain, but also from relief. They cry when they are angry, overwhelmed, exhausted, ashamed, grateful, afraid, or moved by something beautiful. So maybe the real question is not simply why humans cry. The deeper question is why emotion sometimes becomes visible water. To understand that, we first have to separate tears from crying. Your eyes make tears all the time, even when you feel nothing emotional. A thin layer of fluid protects the surface of the eyes, keeps them wet, smooth, clean, and comfortable. These basic tears are not emotional. They are maintenance. They are the quiet background system that keeps the eyes working. Then there are reflex tears. These appear when smoke, dust, strong wind, or chopped onions irritate the eye. The body senses a problem and sends extra fluid to wash it away. Reflex tears are like an emergency rinse. Something bothers the eye, and the eye flushes it out. But emotional tears are different. They are not only about protecting the eye. They happen when something inside a person crosses a threshold. That threshold is not always sadness. A person can feel sad and not cry. A person can feel stressed and not cry. A person can feel angry, grateful, moved, afraid, or exhausted and still keep a steady face. Most emotions do not immediately become tears, but sometimes emotional pressure rises past the normal container. Breath changes, the throat tightens, the voice becomes unstable, the face starts to shift, the body may tremble, and then tears appear. Crying is the body saying, "This is too much to hold in the usual way." That does not mean crying is weakness. Often, crying appears after someone has been strong for too long. A person can hold themselves together through a crisis, answer questions, make decisions, keep working, protect others, stay calm, and keep functioning. Then, when the door finally closes, when the danger is over, or when they are finally alone, the tears arrive. The crying did not appear because the person suddenly became weak. It appeared because the body finally found enough safety to release what it had been carrying. This is why relief tears can feel so intense. Imagine waiting for medical results, waiting for a phone call, waiting to know whether someone is safe, waiting for an answer that could change everything. During the waiting, the body stays tense. It prepares for bad news. It hopes for good news. It scans every possibility. Then the good news comes. The danger drops. Instead of only smiling, the person cries. That can seem strange, because relief feels positive. But relief is not just happiness. Relief is the sudden collapse of fear. The body has been holding alarm for so long that when the alarm is no longer needed, the pressure has to go somewhere. Tears become the exit. Joy tears work in a similar way. Happiness is not always light and easy. Sometimes positive emotion becomes enormous. A parent sees their child for the first time. A dream that felt impossible suddenly becomes real. The emotion is good, but it is too big for an ordinary smile. The system floods. The body reaches for tears. So tears are not only about pain. They are about emotional magnitude. Sadness can be too big. Love can be too big. Gratitude can be too big. Beauty can be too big. Relief can be too big. The body uses tears when the emotional signal becomes too intense to remain invisible. Anger tears are one of the most misunderstood kinds of crying. Many people hate crying when they are angry because it feels like the tears are betraying them. They want to look strong, clear, and controlled. They want their voice to stay firm. But anger tears often happen when the body is highly activated and blocked at the same time. You want to speak, but you cannot say what you mean. You want to fight, but you know you should not. You want to leave, but you are trapped in the situation. You want to be understood, but the other person is not listening. The body prepares for action, but the action has nowhere clean to go. That blocked energy creates pressure. Tears appear, not because the anger is fake, but because the system is overloaded. This is why crying can feel embarrassing. Tears make a private state public. They reveal that something is happening inside you, even if you do not want anyone to know. A calm face can protect you. A steady voice can protect you. Silence can protect you. But tears break through that wall. They tell the room this matters, this hurts, this is bigger than I can hide. And that public signal is one of the reasons human tears are so powerful. Humans are social animals. We survive by reading each other. We notice faces, posture, tone, silence, eye contact, distance, and tiny changes in expression. A tear is one of the clearest signals the body can send. It says something before words do. A crying face can mean, I need help, I need comfort, I need space, I am overwhelmed, I am not okay, I cannot explain this yet. Please understand that this is real. This is why tears can change an entire room. When someone starts crying, people often lower their voice. They move closer. They stop arguing. They soften. Tears make emotion visible in a way that is difficult to ignore. Of course, tears do not always work perfectly. Some people ignore them. Some people punish them. Some people feel uncomfortable around crying. Some people accuse others of being dramatic or manipulative. But in many human situations, tears invite care. They act like a wordless message. Please see that this matters. This may be one reason emotional tears feel so uniquely human. But humans appear unusual in how strongly visible tears are tied to emotional communication. A crying human face can communicate faster than a sentence. Tears can also soften conflict. During an argument, words can become sharp. Both sides may try to win, defend, explain, or attack. But when one person cries, the meaning of the moment can shift. The argument is no longer just about logic. It becomes obvious that someone is being emotionally affected. Tears can expose the cost of the conflict. They can say, "This is hurting me more than you can see." Sometimes it reminds people that behind the argument is a nervous system, a body, a history, and a human being. But tears can also make people feel powerless. That is why people try so hard to hold them back. They are not just trying to stop water. They are trying to control the social meaning of the moment. But crying is not the opposite of strength. Sometimes crying is what happens after strength has been used up. There is also a physical rhythm to crying. It is not only tears falling. The breath changes. The chest tightens. The throat closes. The face contracts. The body may shake. The voice may crack. Crying can feel messy because it is not just an emotion. It is a full-body event. But that full-body event may help move the nervous system through overload. Crying can be like a storm. It builds, breaks, and then leaves a quieter space behind. This is why people sometimes feel lighter after crying. But it can reduce the pressure around the emotion. The pain may still be there, but it is no longer locked inside the body in the same tight way. Tears do not erase pain. They change how the body carries it. Crying can also help organize emotion. Before tears, a person may feel numb, tense, restless, or confused. They know something is wrong, but they do not know exactly what. Then the tears come, and suddenly the feeling becomes clearer. That is why tears often surprise us. You think you are fine until a song plays. You think the day is normal until a small kindness breaks you open. You think you are just tired, and then tears show you that you have been carrying more than tiredness. Sometimes people cry because one small thing happened, but often, the small thing is only the final drop. They land on top of everything else. The container was already full. That is why the question, "Why are you crying?" can be hard to answer. The honest answer may be because of this moment, and because of 10 other moments. and because I have been holding myself together for too long. Tears are also connected to helplessness. Humans cry when ordinary action fails. A child cries because they cannot fix hunger, fear, pain, or separation alone. Adults cry too, especially when they face situations that cannot be solved by force, speed, logic, or control. Grief is the clearest example. When someone is gone, the body wants reunion, but reunion is impossible. The mind can understand the loss, but the attachment system still reaches. Tears appear where action has no doorway. The body still wants to respond, but reality gives it nothing that can fully repair the break. Grief is not only sadness, it is love with nowhere to go. It is attachment meeting absence. The bond still exists, but the person is no longer reachable in the same way. Tears become the physical shape of that impossible message. But crying is not only about loss, it is also about connection. People cry when they feel truly understood. They cry when someone finally says, "I see you." They cry when someone stays instead of leaving. These tears can feel soft because the nervous system is letting go of defense. The body no longer has to hold up the wall. In moments like that, tears say, "I was bracing, and now I do not have to." This is why real tears are so powerful. They are small, but they make hidden emotion undeniable. A single tear can reveal what a person was trying to hide. It can show that a sentence landed deeply. It can show that someone is overwhelmed, relieved, ashamed, loved, grieving, or finally safe. Tears are not only water, they are pressure made visible. They are the nervous system opening a valve. They are the social body asking to be seen. So why do humans cry tears? Because emotion is not just an idea in the mind. Emotion lives in the body. It changes breath, muscles, voice, posture, attention, memory, and social behavior. When emotion becomes too intense, the body looks for a way to express it, release it, and communicate it. Basic tears protect the eye. Reflex tears wash away irritation. But emotional tears do something deeper. They reveal overload. They release pressure. They signal vulnerability. They invite comfort. They mark the breaking of control. They show that something matters too much to stay hidden. Humans cry because we are not built to carry everything silently. We are social bodies with private storms. Most of the time, we keep those storms behind the face. But sometimes the storm rises high enough to reach the eyes. And when it does, tears tell the truth before words can. A tear is small, but it can carry a whole history of pressure, love, fear, and release in one visible signal at once for others.